We brought a tent. We brought the Pro Hiker 2. I say that like I know what that kind of means, but we kind of just chose one. But we partly chose it because 2.5 kilos, and then we can use it regularly. Or if we do ever venture into hiking, then we can take it with us. And you can probably hold it because it is actually kind of heavy, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's only about like 2.5 kilos, and you can see it's very small. As you guys know, we've been camping in the back of our car for quite a long time, but we thought, nice to be able to have something where we can camp. And as you know, we don't have the car at the moment, so nice to be able to camp on the go. So today we're just going to be going through this tent. We're going to try to set it up in the backyard here. A little bit of space, not really a lot, but we're going to try to set it up. I don't think it's going to take up that much room, just to make sure that we have everything before we take it down the road. So that is the inner bug net on the tent. The best part about this is that it has the inner bug net and then it has the fly that goes over the top. So you can just have this part, if you don't need the outside fly, if it's not meant to rain overnight, if it's hot, just put this part up. And then otherwise we can have the other part over. I'm going to put it out now.
Welcome to our tent tour. Come on in. So, our tent is about rib height. I'm going to guess like 130 centimeters. Is that right?
About that, yeah.
Yes. Alright. We have this cute little pocket here, and I really like that it has these windows on the outside. Let's do the outside first, because it kind of stops condensation. I don't know if you can see that little thing in there, but it holds this little window up, which is really cool because anyone who has been in a tent knows that it can get a bit hot, and then you get the condensation in the inside, so that will help. Alright, in here, this is our porch.
Our vestibules.
What does that mean?
That's just the name of that part of the tent.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. There you go. Wait, we'll jump in. Welcome inside. As you can see, there's a fair bit of head height. And there's like a hook here, and you usually put... our dog's coming to join us. This is Maya. You usually put a net across, and then that way you can store things in it, but it's pretty, long. For context, I'm about 175 centimeters tall. Oh, that's our dog showing how she can jump over my legs. But the reason we got this size is because we actually have a Zempire double sleeping mat, and obviously we cannot take that hiking, but it's really good to take camping. Funnily enough, it actually matches the green in this tent. Anyways, it fits perfectly in here, but we'll show you that later. But that's it. That's our little tent tour.
Yes, the other great part about this tent is that it opens on this side and also has a door on the other side as well, so you can access from both sides if anyone's an early riser and don't feel like you have to wake the other person up to get out. So this is our sleeping mat. This is the Zempire Monster mat for 2 people, this twin version. Huge, as you can see, but we use this in the car quite a bit. Very handy because it is a self-inflating mat. But we're going to use it in the tent a little bit, hopefully when we go away with the car as well. Obviously we wouldn't take this hiking, as Emily said. So I'm going to blow this up and throw it inside. So I believe this mat is like 2.1 meters by 1.4 meters, and the tent's like 2.2 by 1.4. So it should fit in the width of the tent, hopefully, and just give us a little bit of extra room at the ends. Yeah, as I said, this is a self-inflating mat, so it just like draws in the air from the outside and expands as it goes.
That's pretty solid. It fits well. I mean, as you can kind of see, there's not a lot of room around the edges. It's a bit up there, but once it actually inflates, it kind of expands.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be good because the idea is to have this, ideally when we're not hiking, next to the car. So we'll have everything like our luggage and stuff all there.
It'll be in the car, yeah, but if you are hiking, you do have heaps of space out here to be able to have your shoes off and stuff outside of the tent. I really think the best part about this tent is we're going to be using it a lot in the warmer months, and sleeping in the car in the hotter months is terrible because there is no air. It gets so hot, especially after you've been driving all day. That engine heat is in the car. So in this, being able to sleep in the warm months, and especially without having to have the fly on too, being able to be open air to the stars, I think it's going to be really cool. And having this mat just really makes it feel like you are car camping or in a van or something like that. So that's really nice. So the mat's starting to inflate. So I might jump in, give you guys some scale, but first off, take my shoes off before I get inside. Always. It's actually right nice. Look. And obviously we've slept on this mat before, so we obviously know it's the right length, but it's nice. Probably wouldn't have my head so close. I could probably get my toes a bit closer at that end. But it's quite nice in here. Nice and spacious. I imagine it being very nice without the flow out.
Alright, so this mat cost us $300 or thereabout, but you can get a single one and can get a larger one, and then this tent cost us $199. We were originally looking at a more expensive one, but we thought that considering we haven't really tried it before, we would go with this one. It had really good reviews, so we'll give it a go. So this whole setup cost us about $500, which is pretty good, like all things considered.
Yeah, I think all things considered, it's going to be really handy to have this in the car as another option, especially as we look to get on the road. Eventually, it's going to be a good backup option to just have in the car and be able to car camp away in other remote locations. And who knows, we may eventually get into hiking and get into camping a bit more remote as well, and we can bring this tent along between the two of us. That's not too heavy to carry.
Yeah, the other reason we got a tent is because sometimes we go places with the car and you can't always either park on a flat surface or park somewhere where you can have a fire, like you can't get close enough. So this will allow us to kind of have our kitchen and all our supplies in the car, but then be able to go near the fire like after dinner or things like that. And then also because you could see me sitting up before, whereas in our car, once the bed's out, you can't actually sit up in it anymore. And this will also be easier, like if we're getting changed or something, we can kind of you can't fully stand up, but you can have a lot more movement than usual, because otherwise we used to have to go to the bathroom to get in our pajamas or try and do it in the dark in private. So this kind of solves that. And this is it with just the bug net. So if it was really hot, as we said before, and it wasn't going to rain because that was kind of suck, then you could just leave this open and then you can see all the pretty stars, which will be nice. And that is it. That is our tent. Hopefully we'll have a camping trip coming up really soon, so get ready for that. But the good news is that all the parts are here. Recommend if you get a new tent, it's always good just to set it up in your backyard, so that way you're not stranded if something is missing or broken or whatever. But until next time, thanks for coming along. Bye!
Grass. Just